Mike Fry, President and CEO of Deepwater Subsea. Planning and executing an efficient between well work scope. First thing you have to start off with is the plan. What are you going to do when the BOP is on deck? For the most part, it's pretty simple to make that plan. And what I mean by that is we know what's required by the rules and regulations. You know what you have to do. If you're in the Gulf of Mexico, that's pretty simple. You know what your routine work is that you do for your company. Every time the BOP is on deck, we have to do the following. Pretty simple. Then what you do is you take a look ahead of what maintenance that you should be doing while the BOP will be run the next time. The BOP's been on bottom for 6 months, you catch that maintenance up. For me, my best practice that I like to do is I look ahead for the next 6 months or however long the BOP is going to be on bottom, and I bring that maintenance forward. That way, there's no question that while that time period, while it's on bottom, I'm not going to get caught with overdue maintenance by the company or by rules and regs or by anybody else and have them say, why didn't you do this? Because your BOP's on bottom, so now the maintenance is overdue. Next step, come to the warehouse. Make sure you have the parts that you're planning to use during the rig move. If you're planning to open up an annular, do you have a rebuild kit? If you're planning to work on shuttle valves, do you have repair kits and seal kits? If that answer is no, well then you get the work orders in place. Again, people are going to say, Mike, that's pretty simple. But the reality is I work with a lot of guys who find themselves hot-shotting parts all the time because they didn't forward plan the execution stage of the work. So for me, it's very simple. Get a very solid plan. Every rig move should start off with a basic template. What do I mean again? You know what is required by rules and regulations. You know what's required by your company's PM procedures, and you know what's required based on the look ahead of what you're going to do. That basic plan should always be the same. Every rig move should start off with the same template. If that's 5 days, if it's 7 days, if it's 10 days, you should know moving forward, hey, the BOP is going to be on deck. I already start off with 7 days worth of maintenance. Then, what parts do you need to execute it? Go to the warehouse, do your inventories, make a parts tracking list for your rig move. If you have a critical spares list and you know what you need for the rig move, it's very easy to stay up on top of everything. So for me, 3 things. Plan it, check it, execute it. If you do those 3 things, you'll never have a problem going into a rig move of the proper and efficient execution of a work scope. You'll have no surprises because you'll have everything that you need to be able to get the work done in a timely and efficient manner.